Hello people! Once again, it's vlog time because I have a box here and we have things to discuss. Most importantly, thank you for everyone who's been spreading the word, and for all my new subscribers. I have hit 9,000, which, by the way, a lot of you blew that joke way too fast. I know everyone was eager to pull that, but a lot of you did it a little too soon. I commend the few that actually did wait for me to have 9,001 subscribers before you did it, but, well, I can understand your excitement. Still, that joke was annihilated long before I hit the numbers. But, and I know part of me knows that I shouldn't even count this, because I know a lot of you, I know that some people actually did create duplicate accounts to subscribe to me more than once. I need that number to be accurate, guys. I appreciate you trying to push the numbers up, make them look better, push, get me to produce more of the worst 5 episodes. But I count on those numbers to be accurate. So please, please, don't duplicate accounts. And if you do, at least be smart enough not to go, well, my normal name plus the number 1, and then the number 2. Because I did catch a few people doing that. But we're going to count it anyway. As always, I will say this, as always, don't expect the next one immediately. Like, I just produced a Plastic Addict for starters. Like, I thought that'd be a nice surprise to do one that wasn't part of the top 5 so soon before the next one was due. As always, that just means that the next one is next in line. I did have a few people messaging me who were expecting it to be up that very night. It's not even written yet. Okay, all that means is that's going to be the next Plastic Addict. It's going to be the second worst. And especially in this case, because I just finished scripting another TJTV, which I'll probably film hopefully sometime this weekend. I want it up before... I want it up sometime in the next few days, because another thing that will delay the next Plastic Addict, I have a convention to go to. Once again, it's Shadocon. It's convention time. I'll remind you again, it's Shadocon that I'll be going to. If you're in the Tampa area, stop by that weekend. It's the 11th through the 13th. I will be part of 2 different panels for Reviewtopia. I want to say on Friday it's at 9 o'clock in the double-wide panel room, and on Saturday it's 4 o'clock in the same room. So 2 chances to see me there if you will be attending, and 2 different chances to just throw questions at the Reviewtopia panel. Aside from the people that are normally on the site, and there's promo videos up for the ones. They let the cat out of the bag on a recent promo, so I can let the cat out of the bag here. Joining the Reviewtopia panel is going to be a guy named Apollo Z Hack, who is an awesome reviewer, incredibly talented, and a former member of That Guy with the Glasses. So he'll be there as well. Also, I have been informed there are going to be a couple Kamen Rider panels, and which, yeah, I will be attending. I'm not going to be on this panel or anything like that, but I'll be there. I will have a belt with me. I am really looking forward to it. I want that to have a pretty good turnout. So that's the Shadocon stuff. And I'll probably post like I said, the next TJTV will go up just before I leave for there. Hopefully, if I get a chance to film it in the next couple days. So that's pretty much what's going on in the video route. Thank you again for your patience waiting for the next Plastic Addict episode. Trust me, oh, it's going to be worth it this time. And I hope everyone enjoyed the surprise. The TJTV and the Plastic Addict back-to-back, that's kind of a push for me, because both series have a lot of scripting, a lot of extra filming, and a lot of material to go through. It's a little bit hard to get those 2 out back-to-back. It's hard to get both of them out. So that is that. And I know we haven't even touched the box yet. trying to save that a little bit toward the end to give you something to wait for while I speak. The other thing, a lot of you have noticed this thing in some of my other vlogs and some videos. A lot of you have noticed the Ranger board. Yeah, those are my Ranger key sets. As you can probably tell, Ranger key set SP is there, so we have 34 Red Rangers staring you in the face right now, which I think is a pretty epic display. I mean, I really, really dig this. You'll notice there is one in the middle. That one's unfortunately still blank. That's where Ninja Red goes from Kaku Ranger. Power Ranger fans will know that as the Red Alien Ranger. His key you have to get the treasure chest from Gokaiger for, and I'm not a fan of it because it's just an unpainted, dull brown box. It does not do anything, special. You pile Ranger keys in there, and that just makes you, it looks screen accurate. Even though it's a shrunken box, so it doesn't look that screen accurate. But if you want to sort through and you're looking for one particular Ranger key, that just means that you've got a bunch that are going to get scratched up as you dig and shuffle through them, which I don't like. There aren't any plastic trays or foam trays or anything in there to keep them together or keep them from damaging each other. So that's really unfortunate. That bummed me out. But that's the only one that includes the Ninja Red key, like the deluxe version. And that's like a $40 purchase, and that's just a guess with the shipping cost, because it's just a big plastic box. I can't pay that for a big useless plastic box just for one key. So maybe after the convention I'll probably try to pick up the, there's a capsule version. It doesn't look as good, but it'll fill the board, which everyone kept asking me what the hell this thing was. It's two pieces of foam board glued together and very carefully measured pins pressed into it. They're sewing pins, so they're very thin, and the heads on them are very thin. It's very unobtrusive. Looking at it just in person, you have to be up close to actually see the pins that are holding them up underneath the armpits. But it keeps them all sorted out. There's space to take them off. They don't fall off either. So it's very secure, and you get to see them all at once, which I think looks really cool. There's a few that I'm still after. I'm not one of those that gets every single Ranger key that's out there. I'll probably pick up the couple left over that have noises that are unique in the mobile rates. I'll still need like a Go on Gold, one of the Go Riders at some point, that kind of thing. But really, there's only like 4 more keys I need. And I do want to review the Gokaiger, the mobile rates. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And speaking of Kaku Ranger and Ninja Red, I do want to bring up this beauty again. Yeah, well, I was misinformed that yes, there are a couple more Megazords that have roleplay weapons, but this one definitely was the first. It amazes me that this came out during the Power Ranger era and they didn't release this here in America. It's just mind-blowing to me that any toy from that era was produced that was not released here. It just, I didn't think that was possible. Now I am so eager to review this thing, and honestly, a review would have been up already. Except I didn't notice on the item listing that, well, it's all in Japanese, so I couldn't have read it. And Babelfish or Babelfish, however you want to pronounce it. That didn't translate the phrase correctly because this thing was broken before I bought it. I've taken it apart. I've done some wire testing on it on the most MacGyver-esque power tester ever. These are... You got 2 electrical probes wired to what used to be a bubble blower gun. And that's basically how I tested all the power connections in this thing. So I know that the circuits are all getting power, so it's not a battery issue. There's no corrosion inside of it. Nothing's physically damaged. From what I can tell, the little buttons under it, like you can see there's a trigger on both sides of the handle. As far as I can tell, those buttons are worn out completely. completely. In fact, the one on the thumb button there, that unfortunately is completely out. If I press it down, it cuts out all power. So I know there's a problem there, and it's probably what's causing the electronics to not work. If anyone actually knows anybody that's expert in fixing these things, or anyone who has experience with wiring buttons or working on circuit boards for little, for toys or something, or a customizer that likes to add lights or speakers to electronics. I know there's crazy customizers out there who know that stuff, but unfortunately I don't know any. So if anyone knows anybody that could actually help me out and hopefully get this thing fixed, then we can review it. Actually, a few of you found this thing on eBay for like, someone found it for $500, another found one at $800. Before shipping, I paid less than $50 for mine. So I'm thrilled that that this came out okay. Even if it is broken, I still love it. I'm probably going to do like a theme week. If I can get it fixed, I want to do a theme week where I just review a bunch of swords, because I also got this baby. The new Thundercats is awesome, if you haven't seen my new TJTV, which is annoying to do because every time I shut off the camera, I immediately go, why didn't I mention that? Or I'll go back and watch it and go, oh, geez, I made that point in one take. Why didn't I remember it in the second take? I wanted to bring up how cool it was that Driller was made into a credible, one-episode enemy. I wanted to bring up, I like the fact that they condensed Thundera and Third Earth into one unit. I wanted to bring up that I liked, another element that I actually didn't like, which was, see, now it escapes my head, and this is why it's going to bug me forever. I didn't like how Thundercats are now the name of the species and not the name of a select group, which takes away from how special they seem to me. There's a lot of little bitty things in there that I'm gonna, the next round of them that I record, I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful. I'm gonna have to bullet point them and make sure that I know exactly what I want to bring up. And for those asking, yes, the next TJ Talks is going to be on Transformers Prime. I dumped all my thoughts into one episode. That's been recorded for a couple of weeks, actually. I sit down and record like 3 or 4 of those in a row. So, don't anyone worry. You're going to get one for Prime. Speaking of, let's get this thing cracked open, shall we? Now that I've gotten everything out of the way that I think I need to talk about, again, it's going to be one of those things where I'm sure someone's going to bring up... I'm going to forget something. Yep. I was actually shocked. I ordered this from Hasbro Toy Shop late when, I want to say it was very, very late Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, technically. This recording is on Friday, and this was standard shipping. This wasn't 2-day or overnight or anything like that. I was actually amazed at how fast this shipped to me. It wasn't, they had a free shipping offer. It wasn't free shipping. It was just a cheapo. It wasn't free shipping because of what was actually in here, so we'll go through that. The Cyberfire Bumblebee. The crazy psychopath Bumblebee. I think this is pretty much the only way I'm going to get Bumblebees from now on. I've got so many movie Bumblebees now, and I just bought the Scan Series Bumblebee the other day because I found it at Toys R Us. And it looks freaking awesome. It's the one toy I've considered leaving in vehicle mode just because it looks so damn cool that way. I think, like, I'm still waiting for Nitro Bumblebee to get repainted into something. I don't care what, but I want it repainted before I buy it. It's just such a God. I've heard so many great things about just how insane this toy looks. Literally looks insane. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, Sergeant Noble, Tailpipe, and pinpointer. Your Human Alliance basic. Also heard really good things about this one. I like how much comes in it. You get your what is essentially a Target Master along with this movie figure, and I like motorcycle Transformers anyway. So that's gonna be cool. I have not picked up many of these because I don't know, they all seem just kind of average. And again, it's movie aesthetic, so I'm kind of losing out on that. Some movie toys I had to have though. The Specialist Ratchet. For those who are unaware, this color scheme is based on the original design for Ratchet for the original movie. They wanted to do him in the red and white color scheme. I can't remember exactly why they changed it to the green one that they ended up using in the movie. But I love the fact that they went back to that original concept to homage it for this one. I really wish it came with a buzzsaw weapon. The buzzsaw weapon, the function on that looked really cool. So that's unfortunate, but I love the deco on this thing. I love that it's obscuring something that only fans would have ever noticed or caught. And I like that they held off on doing the G1 repaint. It seems like the automatic repaint for every movie Ratchet mold. So, yeah, and I know we've got one coming. I know, like... Oh, jeez. The twist tie on this is so long, it's actually sticking out of the bubble. I don't know if you can actually... see that. Someone was in a real hurry to twist this one off. Where was I? Before I noticed something really odd and random. I like that they homage something that only fans would have known about, basically. And then there's the main reason I got this. The main reason I put down an order. Finally. The New York Comic Con Prime set. Sweet, sweet toyage. If you've watched my videos for any length of time, you know that I am extremely sick of movie formers, which is going to sound a little strange considering I just opened up 3 of them. But I am really tired of the movie aesthetic. I mean, it's unfortunate because when you're really not into the current product, it really takes you out of the spirit. It really takes you out of the spirit of the toys themselves and takes you out of the mood to do anything based on those toys when what they're currently producing just isn't your taste. I really don't like the movie aesthetic. I really, really don't. And, you know, it was cool, it was different, but now it's just done. It's just overplayed. Like, I can look at my shelves from here and I can see it. You know, the movie 1 shelf, you know, half of them were the Cybertron repaints from Walmart. Yeah, I'm looking at my Revenge of the Fallen shelf, you know, and there's a bunch there, but, you know, a lot of them are the more, you know, stylistic and simplified ones, like, you know, that's where Sea Spray is, that's where Mind Wipe are. Mind Wipe, phenomenal toy. But I'm looking at my Dark of the Moon shelf, and there's barely anything in there. And a lot of what's in there was from Revenge of the Fallen, or in between, in the yellow box lines. You know, I'm just done. I am just done with movie toys. That's why I haven't been producing many Transformers toys lately. It's just because I'm just not a fan of the product right now. And it just really takes it out of you. So, like, normally... You know, I don't like paying extra for sets like this. It's the reason I skipped the San Diego Prime, because I couldn't pay 20 bucks for a deluxe. This set for 30 bucks is a lot more balanced out. I like how gimmicky the paint jobs are. You know, the New York Taxicab Bumblebee is hilarious, and there's no way that we're going to get a pink RC any other way than this. You know, they would never have mass retail released that. So, yeah, this is a really cool little set. It's more affordable. You're getting a little bit more out of it. More importantly to me, the aesthetic is different. The toys actually use their vehicle modes as actual components in the robot mode. They're not just shells hanging off of a robot skeleton. I like this. I like the look so much better. This is the kind of stuff that's going to get me back into Transformers. When the Prime toys come out, I'm going to be first in line to pick them up. Cannot wait. So I'm really eager to dive into this one. And thank you, Hasbro Toy Shop, for not crushing or horribly mangling the box, as I've heard a lot have gotten. I might review the set. I might not. I don't know. I want to throw up one more review before we wait for the next TJ TV. Like I said, depends on how fast. Oh, yeah, just in case you haven't seen it, there's the Scan Series Bumblebee. I don't know why I'm showing it off. I just randomly found it lying there. Half clear, half painted. Awesome. So yeah, a lot of random thoughts going through my head. I'm sure there's a few more that I'm gonna be missing out on. So, bottom line, waiting on more of these. That's when we'll start going back into Transformers. That's probably what's gonna reinvigorate me a little bit. Till then, yeah. Stay tuned for the Shadocon updates. I'll try to record the panels I'm in. I don't know if I'll produce a Shadowcon video like I do for MetroCon, but you know, whatever. We'll see. Regardless, there's going to be some cool stuff coming out of there. We're trying to put together crossovers. You're going to get some unique videos, so stay tuned for that. And if you're going to be in Tampa that weekend, please come down. I really want these panels that I'm going to be involved in to fill up. Now I'm just horribly distracted. I'm going to go play now.